Hello there! How's it going, people? It's Monday. Monday it is. Earlier on, I did stream up on Twitch. Some of you may have caught it, some of you may not. Not a lot of people did because, well, I uploaded the video telling everyone I was, but it was streaming at the same time. But for some reason, the video didn't actually go live until partway through it. So, yeah, quite a lot of you may have missed it. No worries, I will carry on streaming in the future, I dare say. The first one was just to try and test it out to see how well it would actually work. And kind of naff. So I've got some working to do. I'm going to have to find a decent program and stuff to get streaming working up to a decent standard like. Additionally, I've sorted out the mic on the stream now for those of you who were watching, so it should be louder the next time I do it. And the picture quality, we'll see. I'm going to try another streaming program. Either way, people, Monday. And Monday means update day. And as you can see here, we have the patches. We're going to start off with the patches, because the patches, well, may as well, like. So there we go, 22nd of September. Fucking hell. Time flies by, doesn't it? Either way, graphical. The golden texture on the pommel of the golden armored sword has been fixed. Godsword, I should say. Skills and minigame wise, the massive pouch used during rune crafting now degrades to dust correctly. Rune pouches no longer stop players from using pure essence if they previously used rune essence with them. It is now possible to craft runes at the Zedamite altar from a rune pouch if the player has no essence within their inventory. Crafting combination runes now works correctly with essence in pouches. And moving on to quests and achievements, the reroll and extend options are now removed from the rival challenges interface on completion of the challenge. Moving on to miscellaneous, it is now possible to drink Super Guthic's restore pots while in legacy mode or with the adrenaline potion penalty. Resonance and disruption shields will no longer trigger the 1 damage hits. Captain Haskell no longer has a right click option for raffle tickets. Some errors in calculating damage values have been fixed with two-handed weapons, and the two-handed swordfish and ship's wheel shield from the treasure chest. Treasure Hunter promotion now require level 1 skills for the basic versions instead of 10. So moving on to the engine fixes, the advert banner in the lobby is now refreshed every 5 minutes instead of every 30 seconds. Good. Certain dropped objects that would disappear when the camera is at a certain angle should now remain viewable. Please note that this does not affect objects that disappear into the floor or locations due to height mapping differences. And lastly, we have some more HTML fixes. Code fixes have been made for the player updates in the grouping system. A bloom related issue that was causing some cutscenes to not display has been fixed. And 2 issues causing localized clients to crash have also been fixed. There we go, those are the patch notes. See, not exactly a massive amount. Honestly, it's just kind of fixing things you kind of hope they would. Like, just minor little bug fixes from the latest rune crafting update. Other than that, not much really. So, as you can see, right here, Prifddinas is actually out. It has come out. And I have actually looked around. I was on the stream checking it all out. It's pretty good. I thought the city itself would actually be quite a lot bigger, personally. From what I heard and things like that, I thought it'd be quite massive, but it's kind of small-ish. Like the pathways and stuff, they're really, like, tiny, I guess. But either way, Prifddinas is here. If you haven't actually seen it, I'd go check it out. You do need to complete Plague's End to gain access, but not to worry, people, I've got guides for everything except for Biohazard, Underground Pass, and Regicide. Everything else I've got guides for to get you up to Plague's End and get you into Prifddinas. So you can check them out on the channel. I'm sure you'll find them in the quest playlist. So either way, getting started, complete the Plague's End, be a RuneScape member. You can go ahead and run into the city. You'll find Ariana straight at the entrance. Just go ahead and talk to her. You get a nice little cutscene. It's pretty funky. Shows you all around Prifddinas. It's quite nice actually. Pretty good little cutscene. You do see the Deku Tree, and you'll understand exactly what I mean when you see it. It is the Deku Tree, and it's going to be forever known as the Deku Tree from now on. It is not a spirit tree, it is the Deku Tree. You goddamn better call it the Deku Tree. So right in the centre of town is the Prifddinas Lodestone, and exactly where that Prifddinas Lodestone is, there's like a giant circle. In this giant circle, you will find your bank, the Grand Exchange. The challenge hand-in place instead of having to go to Berthorpe, which is good times in my mind. The plinth where you typically do Damarak, except for this is the special gold version where you only get the stones within Prifddinas, so you have to skill in Prifddinas to get the stones and you attach it like that. It's also a limited time thing, so you can only do it once, I think, or is it twice? So once or twice you can fully complete it and that's it. But you do gain a bollock ton of XP in comparison to the Damarak one, so there is that. There's also a permanent bonfire right next to the bank there as well, so that'll be very useful for leveling up your fire making. You can travel with portals right next to that as well. There's 4 portals in total. You can go to Daemonheim, your own house, your player-owned port, or the clan citadel. You can instantly teleport there from those portals, which is actually really useful. The other things is you can access Seren's memories by finding crystals in the Memoriam chamber, which is just upstairs. Right next to the bank as well is a crystal tree plot. If you go into the, I think it's a max guild, as soon as you enter, I'm not sure if you actually need to be max, but when I did, I gained a crystal acorn. With the crystal acorn, you just plop it in there and you instantly grow a crystal tree right next to the bank, which is pretty cool. You can also grow crystal equipment by speaking to a Lunid. She's located in the central hub as well, and I think she can also recharge your crystal stuff while you're at it. Lando in the central area is pretty much Django's brother. In a nutshell, it's Django 2.0, but he's in Prifddinas. And there's also access to the loyalty store right there as well. We're speaking to an NPC named Dilwyn. That is everything in just the center hub. And apart from that, as you can see here, this is the map at the moment. This is batch 1. The second batch will add more all over this side as well. But the central hub we're talking about is this little sector here, is right in the center. So you enter here, you just run straight north, and that's where the lodestone is and all of this stuff. So from there, you can find the Slayer blokey right around by here. You can talk to him and get a Slayer task off him. You can play the Slayer minigame right next to him as well. You go down in a cage, and the minigame itself is basically waves of monsters come at you, and it's random what monsters you get, and there's lots of different difficulties you can do depending on your Slayer level. You go in there, there's a bank right next to it, there's a time limit inside, and the general idea is kill as many as you can as quickly as possible. And you can get pretty much anything in there. I think I had Tormented Demons, Aruts, Uspers, whatever the Ganodermic Beasts and their little friends. I had quite a few mobs in there. It's annoying, but it's pretty good. Ice Strike Worms as well I ended up getting. So yeah, you do need to keep quite a varied amount of inventory. So you need multiple weapons, maybe some stuff for Tormented Demons, plus the cape in order to take out Ice Strike Worms. So yeah, there is that, depending on your level. The rest of the area then is pretty much everything to do with Slayer in a nutshell and a bit of combat. You can steal from all of the blokies in here, and once you're caught 3 times, you can't steal anything else from the NPCs within this area for, I think it's 20 minutes. So what you do if you're going for your thieving is you move into the next area, then the next area, then the next, and by the time you've done all that, you should be able to come back here and restart from the beginning, cycle through over and over. It's pretty good. I was stealing from these NPCs in here, and they were giving me, I think it's 1 dose super attack, strength, defense, and magic, and a bunch of sharks. So yeah, it's not bad. Thieving from these are pretty good, and it's going to vary what you can actually steal depending on which clan you go to, because each clan is affiliated with 2 specific skills. If you're interested more in what these are all specific to and what you can do specifically in each, like literally everything you can possibly do, not long ago I made something called the Elf City Design Documents. There's 5 videos, it's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they cover everything, and I literally mean everything that is possibly coming out with Prifddinas. This was the official design briefs, this is what they were going off, so yeah, if you want any info, it's all in there. So this little section here in the southeast is the Max Guild. As soon as I walked in, I gained a crystal acorn. I assume you probably can too. To get enter, I think you need 99 in 1 skill. In the courtyard then, there's loads of flags. You can raise the flags that you have 99s in. And there's 2 portals literally to your side as soon as you enter. With 199, you can only use 1 portal, but the advantage of these portals is you can choose where to set them to actually take you to. So you can tell it to take you to an activated crystal tree, for example, or you could tell it to take you over to the lava flow mines, maybe the living rock caverns, Jadinko's lairs, up in the top of Runespan. There's loads of places they can take you, and you can choose whatever you want. Once you've done that, if later on you decide, no, I don't want it to be that, I want it to be something else, you can rechange it for a fee. And that fee reduces the more 99s you have, so the more 99s you get, the cheaper it becomes. On top of that, there is a second one that's activated once you have, I think, 5 99s. So you can have 2 portals taking you to anywhere you specifically want, pretty much. And you can choose which ones they take you to. So once you've done that, you can go inside and you can have a little wander around. There's nothing particularly massively wonderful about the Max Guild. You can check your comp status upstairs by checking the throne, and if you do have a comp cape, you can sit down in it, so there we go. This little area, the pink bit, this is all the mining section, the mining and smithing section, so there's loads of ores here, plus the Seren stones, which you get corrupted ore from, which you can then smith and, well, basically you don't gain anything except XP for smithing it, but it's really, really good. It's not bad, the XP is pretty good as well, I can't really fault it, it's a good little high level training area. Whether or not it compares to the Living Rock Cavern, I guess we'll have to wait and see until we test it out, but yeah, it's not bad nonetheless, I'm not going to lie. The green section then, I do believe, is the farming sector. This is where your woodcutting and farming is. There's giant yew trees and stuff you can chop, there's a bank literally right on top of it. This is where your herb patch and your bush pushes are, as well as the tree patch, I'm pretty sure is here as well. So this is all in this little sector. It's pretty good. The batch 1 is out, so yeah, you can go check that out. There's plenty of stuff to do, and I'll probably make another video on it later on. If not, it'll be tomorrow. I did cover this in the live stream just now, but for some reason it didn't actually save the live stream. Otherwise I would have edited that and I would have chucked that up for you instead. Unfortunately it didn't, so I'm going to have to go over it again. So likeliness, I'll chuck up a specific guide to Prifddinas tomorrow, I would have thought. So there we go. That's pretty much everything then. So the patch notes and Prifddinas is out. Hopefully you all go and have fun up in Prifddinas. It's not bad. I highly recommend having a little gander. With that said, until next time people, I will catch you all later. Have a good one.